You can't. Gonna start off the video by getting that out of the way, cause if you need a guide, you may be cooked. But sometimes, whatever's wrong with her makes her even more fine. And that exact reasoning is what causes so many men to go through the prophesized canon event. So today, I've prepared for you 2 of the most solid tests to know what you're getting yourself into. Cause we all know we're gonna be dealing with at least some crazy. Just how much though? Alright, everyone knows Cinnamoroll girls are a bit quirky at night. But instead of ranking them with some basic tier list, I'll be doing something more accurate. I'm classifying them as SCPs. If you don't know what that means, here's a quick TLDR. SCPs are fictional entities from an online universe that need to be contained because they're too dangerous, unpredictable, or outright unhinged. They're split into 3 main threat levels. Safe means manageable, Euclid means unstable, and Keter means yeah, it's pretty much over, champ. Let's begin containment. SCP-1621. Object Class: Safe. Description: SCP-1621 refers to individuals who have designated PomPomPurin as their favorite Sanrio character. Demographic analysis suggests a high overlap with the boy-kissing community, though this appears to correlate positively with emotional intelligence, baking skills, and an overall preference for domestic comfort. These subjects are widely considered comfy girlfriends, non-hostile entities, primarily seeking safety, warmth, and reciprocal affection. Psychological profiles show a low volatility rate compared to other Sanrio class entities. SCP-1621 presents one of the few known Sanrio alignments where researchers unanimously agree if containment is achieved via healthy relationship dynamics, you stay winning! Containment procedures. SCP-1621 instances require minimal containment. Standard protocol recommends a consistent stream of verbal affirmations, stable emotional environments, and the occasional act of physical affection, i.e. cuddling. Under these conditions, instances remain docile and beneficial to surrounding personnel. Note from containment staff: give her a hoodie, a playlist, and a forehead kiss. Boom! Contained. SCP-313. Object Class: Euclid. Description: besides being the most popular entity in the Sanrio ecosystem for the last 6 years, finally dethroned by my GOAT, PomPomPurin, the Cinnamoroll girl exhibits deceptively docile behavior. Initial appearances suggest high levels of cuteness and affection. However, containment personnel have reported that prolonged exposure often results in psychological exhaustion. Subject engages in periodic emotional tests designed to evaluate affection levels from partners or handlers. This includes passive-aggressive comments, monitoring of social media activity, and covert loyalty assessments. Containment procedures. Standard affection units, such as love bombing, daily affirmations, and occasional gifts, must be administered at regular intervals. Verbal affirmations, such as I care about you and you're not too much, have shown temporary pacification results. Under no circumstances should personnel express emotional fatigue in front of the subject. Doing so may trigger a spiral event classified as you don't even like me anymore protocol. Note from containment staff: it's like dating a cupcake with abandonment issues. SCP-811. Object Class: Euclid. Description: SCP-811 refers to individuals who have selected Hello Kitty as their preferred Sanrio character. While SCP-811 can appear in diverse forms, the largest demographic overlap is with Latina identifying objects, statistically known for their dual-natured disposition, affectionate and fiercely combative. SCP-811 instances exhibit elevated confidence levels and a deep-rooted loyalty, often weaponized. Volatility is high, but charm output is equally overwhelming, making containment feel as rewarding as it is dangerous. Personnel note that while short-term engagements with SCP-811 is thrilling, long-term containment comes with risks. Particularly, the sudden emergence of transformation events, colloquially dubbed the Torta timeline, wherein the peak visual appeal gives way to comfort-driven evolution. This transformation is irreversible. Containment procedures. SCP-811 instances require calculated emotional handling and reinforced boundaries. Standard protocol includes high complement frequency, regular texting, and the occasional public display of loyalty, i.e. matching profile pics or allowing them to go through your phone real quick. Operators must maintain alertness during containment, as sudden emotional escalation events classified as ¿Y esa quién es? Scenarios are common. Note from containment staff. Despite the risks, many agree. The crazy is still low-key worth it. SCP-1313. Object Class Keter. Description: SCP-1313 refers to individuals who identify My Melody as their favorite Sanrio character, representing with high levels of apparent sweetness, optimism, and emotional supportiveness. This is often a trauma-coded defense mechanism masking instability. These instances possess a blind faith in human goodness, even in objectively toxic scenarios. Attempts to introduce reality are met with passive-aggressive backlash, martyr complexes, or full-blown emotional meltdowns. Relationships typically begin with love bombing and "you're different" energy, but destabilize rapidly under scrutiny. Containment procedures. Containment of SCP-1313 requires constant emotional calibration. Personnel must refrain from offering unsolicited emotional intimacy, as subjects exhibit extreme volatility when confronted with perceived insincerity or abandonment. Under no circumstances should instances be referred to as Kuromi girls in denial. Note from containment staff. She said she wanted to spend the rest of her life with me. We broke up 3 months later. SCP-1113. Object Class Keter. Description: SCP-1113 refers to individuals who identify Kuromi as their favorite Sanrio character, often cloaked in goth aesthetics, including but not limited to thick eyeliner, black lipstick, spiked chokers, and dyed hair. These subjects wear their instability with pride. Unlike more covert SCP types, SCP-1113 instances are unapologetically chaotic. They possess a ride-or-die energy that frequently leans towards the literal. Subjects display a paradoxical blend of aggression and romantic obsession, often citing acts of violence as expressions of affection. Containment procedures. Containment of SCP-1113 instances is currently deemed high risk. Under no circumstances should staff engage in flirtation, emotional vulnerability, or discussions of exclusivity unless prepared for psychological and/or physical aftermaths. Note from containment staff. She threw a crystal ashtray at my head for liking another girl's story. She told me it was foreplay. If you've successfully identified the severity of the shit you've gotten yourself into, and would like to continue onward down the path towards hell, then we obviously gotta talk about the 7 deadly sins. Not to be confused with the 7 deadly frames, cuz initially, I was gonna call them red flags, but everyone's done that. So I had to be different and unique to get into Kaizen at Streamer University. These 7 deadly sins are things you never want to hear. The ones that will almost always guarantee you a canon event. They'll leave you feeling hollow and without the ability to love for years at a time. Let's start with one of the most popular ones though, the sin of lust. I just kind of paired these up though, they don't have anything to do with the actual sins. When first hearing this phrase, you may initially take it as a compliment. Cause heck yeah, I know how to treat a girl right. All it takes is a little bit of critical thinking skills to realize that, wait, all I did was take her to Olive Garden and held the car door open for her. This is like the bare minimum. Which effectively means that all the guys before you were doing a whole lot less than you and still getting those yams. Now, you're not just here for those yams. Unless you are. Then in that case, don't worry. But if you want something long term, just know that most creatures, when dropped in unfamiliar territory, tend to seek out the nearest form of familiarity. In simpler terms, if she's not used to a healthy relationship, she's gonna seek out the turbulence and excitement. And like Snowfall, The hit TV show said,
Hey, that'll be all bad. Where you think she at?
Why everybody think I know where she is? Cause that's your girl. Shit, she been my girl for a minute.
Hey, the person that through the door always got a key.
horror is one of the most sought after forms of media out there because feeling fear is an unusual emotion in our current landscape with all of our buildings and lights and Glocks with switches. But everything is better in moderation. If there was a haunted house open year round and someone went to it multiple times a week, would you not think that person had a couple screws loose? Same can be applied to girls who love horror movies. Cause like Instagram Reels, you've grown used to watching people from your species get absolutely obliterated. They've grown desensitized. So you got about 50-50 odds of getting pegged or being sacrificed. Mommy or daddy issues bring a heavy burden on any relationship, because if it takes two to tango, why are you dancing alone? Now, both of these issues can cause separate problems. If your girl was raised by her mom, well, her mom can't even keep a man around. So all that hate and resentment and bad advice will be passed down. And now you have your fatherless girlfriend telling you what it takes to be a man. However, if she was raised by her dad, it's a tad better, but she'll likely become that uber career-oriented type girl that don't need no man. And God forbid she has both and lives with her grandparents. That is a strict avoid at all cost variant. It's pretty common to have a celebrity crush. Like if someone asks you what yours is, then shit, game is game. But if your girl is perpetually talking about how bad Michael B. Jordan is, and you don't look like Michael B. Jordan, brother, it might be over. Cause she's pretty much telling you that I probably won't cheat on you, but if I ever got a chance with Michael B. Jordan, your ass is grass. Now, if you don't know what tic-tac-toe is, allow me to give you a live demonstration. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Boom! Too easy, baby. See, guys, I'm basically the champion at this. They're probably still fine. Yeah. If you've completely given up on trying to fix yourself, what more can I do to fix you? Because the only way someone can be fixed is if they want to be. Having only guy friends because girls are too much drama, or having only single girlfriends are two sides of the same canon coin. If you're a guy, then you know that 9 times out of 10, if you're friends with a girl, you're just waiting for your chance to get in. And Filthy Frank did a perfect presentation of what that sounds like almost 11 years ago.
Daddy, why'd you leave me? Daddy!
Having only single friends plays into the saying of birds of a feather flock together. And if you need me to explain what that means, then nigga damn, look it up. Basically, similar people often hang out with each other. So if your girlfriend has all single friends, then odds are, anytime they hang out, they're gonna wanna do single people stuff. Go to clubs, bars, parties, etc. And anytime you mess up and she goes to her friends for advice, all of them are gonna tell her to break up with you. It's like an angel and devil on your shoulder, but all of them are devils. Now, I will say, one of the most elite things on the planet is when her friends actually like you. Because those girls will go to bat for you under almost any occasion, because women know when a girl's got a genuinely good guy. When talking about gluttony, you'd probably think we're talking about the gluttonous amount of big backs roaming the streets nowadays. But no, we're actually talking about the gluttonous line that sends shivers down my spine. I'm just a girl.
I don't know, I'm just a girl, okay?
Oh, gosh.
This line is used by women to expertly dodge accountability. Trust me, if you hear this line, please run as fast and as far as you can. But there you go. 2. Expertly designed test to gauge whether you really can or can't fix her. Now, like any normal man, if she's bad enough, none of this stuff really matters, because the reward will almost always outweigh the risks. But if you're genuinely looking for long-term stability, then please keep these tests in mind. And if you enjoy this kind of autistic content from a certified light skin, then consider giving me a like and subscribe, so I know to make more stuff like this. That's all I got though. Bye bye.
You should follow Zeno now.